Bonjour la classe! In today's lesson, you are going to learn opinions. Make sure you practice the sound of the words, please. Au revoir!
Bonjour, it's Mr. Phillips and I'm going to be guiding you through the rest of this French lesson. So what you're about to see on the screen is some different phrases to give opinions about sports. Okay, are you ready? Here they come. So there are 9 different phrases here, all about people's opinions about sports. So first of all, have a little read of them all, 1 through to 9. Which ones can you understand? Which ones already look like potentially the English translations? If there's something you can spot and you think, oh, I know what that means, write those ones down on a piece of paper. If you write 1 to 9 and see if you can write the translations for the ones that you already know. Which ones are a bit more difficult to understand? These might be the ones that don't look like their English translation or they don't have any similar root words. Now have a think, from 1 to 9, which ones do you think are positive, so they're good opinions about sports, and which ones do you think are negative? So pause the video here and see if you can translate any of what from 1 to 9, and if you can, write them down. Don't worry if there's any that you don't understand, leave them blank for now. But then from 1 to 9, have a little guess. Which ones do you think are positive and which ones do you think are negative? Once you've written as many translations as you can think of, and you've written whether you think they're all positive or negative, just have a little guess. Then you can restart this video. Okay, so here are the translations of the words. Have a little look at what you predicted. Give yourself a big tick if you got any correct. And any of them that you didn't know or you didn't get correct, write in the correct translation so that you've got from 1 to 9 what they all mean. Make sure you spell the French version correctly as well. Have a little look about how similar some of them are. Or if they're not similar, for example, number 2, how you can see there's related words that we know in English that help us understand what the French translation is. Let's hear how some of these words are pronounced. Let's start with number 1.
Ennuyeux.
And one more time.
Ennuyeux.
And that is boring. What about number 2?
Rapide.
And again.
Rapide.
Let's try number 3.
Intéressant. Intéressant.
What about number 4?
Difficile. Difficile.
And number 5?
Excitant. Excitant.
And number 6?
Énergique.
And number 6?
Énergique.
I think I know about number 7, but let's listen anyway.
Un challenge. Un challenge.
And number 8?
Gracieux. Gracieux.
And then this large one for number 9 is good for my health.
C'est bon pour ma santé. C'est bon pour ma santé.
What I'd like you to do is maybe rewind this video, go back to when I start playing number 1 and have a go at repeating after the speaker what the French pronunciations of all these opinions are. So now let's build some opinions. Use a noun and the verb and an opinion. Build an opinion. Write 5 sentences and draw a picture to illustrate. So on the left hand side, you've got all the sports that we've learned from before. For example, le foot, le basket, the tennis. I remember doing the actions for those with the people in school. And then you've got est, and then you have got, which is your auxiliary verb of is, and then you've got the opinions that we have for today. So obviously you can keep flicking back to the previous slide to hear how they're pronounced or what their translations are, but hopefully you've got them written down. I want you to try and write 5 sentences which build different opinions, and then you draw a picture to illustrate. For example, at the bottom, we've got la rugby est excitant, and then they have drawn a rugby ball. Okay, so you're going to write 5 of your own sentences. Try and use a variety of sports and don't use the same opinion twice.